everyone, Natalie Riddell, Commander-in-Chief here with my most recent review. I've used it a few times already, so I feel like I've got the hang of it and can do a decent review of the CONAIR Infinity Pro Curl Secret. You see that? So I ordered this online and I didn't really expect to love it like I do, but it's been pretty much a game changer. So I'm going to walk you through how it works. I washed my hair last night and I don't really think I remembered to put on any product, but this morning I did sort of straighten it and put on some of this Nexus comb through finishing mist, which is really, I think, like hairspray and not at all intended for what we're using it, but at least I got a little bit of product in there because my hair otherwise slides out of everything. Actually, now that we're thinking about it, I'll do a little bit extra. I actually really like this stuff. Okay, so after a number of sort of practice runs, here's what we've learned. So this comes with two attachments. Well, yeah, one attachment if you count the one you already have on there. So it's called Ionic. What does that mean? I don't know. It sounds scientific. It has two attachments that look exactly the same for the most part. One is a 1 1/4 inch curl and one is a 1 inch. And it says here, and I prefer the 1 1/4 inch just because I feel like it looked a little bit softer and more natural than the 1 inch, but I like the 1 inch too. Okay, so let's get started. You do have on here 3 different dials. The first one is high, low, off, and I put it on high because I do everything on high. I don't know that that's recommended, but you know, never stopped me. Then the middle slide adjustment talks about, it's basically how many seconds your hair holds, because once you put your hair in this curl chamber, and that's the scientific term, just saying, it beeps a couple times to let you know when it's time to let it out. And it's 8 seconds, 10 seconds, or 12 seconds. And I have just generally kept it on the 8 second. The third option here is right, left, or I guess A for alternating. But it either curls your hair all one direction right, all one direction left, or every turn it goes the other direction, which I've been generally just keeping it on that because I feel like it does sort of a more natural look. Okay, so let's get started. One thing I've learned when I first got it, I figured it was like you turn it on like a hair dryer and it's automatically on, but it's more like a curling iron where you have to turn it on and give it a few minutes to heat up. So I usually turn it on, put on my makeup, and then it's kind of hot and ready to go. So let's get started. The things I have learned are, it's a little bit hard to do the own back of your head, but that's not anything new. That's hard for me with pretty much everything. Second, if you put too much hair in it, it's a no-go. It will turn itself off, which you will be grateful for when you put too much hair in there. So basically, will we ever really know what goes on inside of this? I don't think so. Do we care? Not if it works. So you put it inside the chamber and then clamp down. It literally sucks your hair in. What? You hear it beeping? So we give it a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. And, right? I know. Tell me about it. Okay, so here's the other thing. Like, if you think it might be too much hair, let me just assure you it is. Okay, because I've learned that the hard way. Oh, shoot. Also, for the record, not that I need to tell any of you this, if you've ever watched any of my videos, I have none training. It's just always a shot in the dark. Okay, so one thing important to remember that doesn't sound that hard, you get the other side of your hair, and you'll see how tragic it is when I get all tangled up on myself. But this side to the hair, to your head, this side towards head, you really have to do that. Okay, so get ready, set, go. Aha! Why do I love it so much? I think I need to get out more. Okay, beeping. One thing I've found makes it a little easier is while you're holding this piece of hair. It's so cute. I'm dying. I usually, while that hair's in the chamber, I usually get my other piece of hair ready so that they don't get entangled. The other thing I've learned the hard way is it's better not to go way up the shaft, at least for me. I do better coming away from your head a little bit. Unlike a curling iron that leaves like that ugly clamped line where the hair is pinched, which I hate, this does not do that, so it's not a problem if you don't go all the way to the base. See? You can't even really tell where it starts, so that's not a problem, so that's a good thing. You may not be able to tell on these yet. But, so, see, this one goes right, this one goes left, and this one goes right. It's pretty impressive. That actually is fairly impressive. Just saying. Again, I need to get out more. Okay, so, here we go. Ready, go. Oh, okay. I got too much here, and you heard it go, and it turns itself off. So the only negative I've heard of any followers that have bought this or had even tried it before and just gave feedback is you can get your hair tangled if you're not careful. So I have had that happen a couple times, but it turns itself off, so it's not been like a problem for me. I mean, I guess if you put in a whole bunch of hair, you could feasibly get your hair stuck in there. I've gotten it a little bit stuck, but not anything worth not using this thing. Because what I love about this thing, you know, I'm gonna do sort of like a hair tool roundup, because there are 3 different things I tried this summer that I feel like I can honestly say game changer about all 3 of them. Oh, yeah, I did it. So I got it tangled. I don't know exactly why, because I feel like that's not that big of a piece. Okay, it must be. Just take a little bit out. I mean, I guess it's better that it rejects it than gets it in there and you can't get it out, right? Oh, okay, so the thing I was going to say about this that I love, oh gosh, guys, I feel like this, oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay, so the other thing I've tried this summer was like the click and curl, which does like amazing body. What am I doing wrong? How do I get worse at this thing every time I do it? We're not sure. I mean, maybe I'm just doing too much hair still. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. So that used to never happen. So I've actually somehow gotten worse with this thing, if that's possible. Oh, but see how cute. Okay, so the thing I was gonna say, like, you know, the click and curl, and I'll do a roundup video, but I'll also do an individual video just to show you the click and curl, which is the brush that's almost like a they're like Velcro rollers, and you blow dry it with the brush, and then you basically leave them in and let it set and cool, and then you have like Texas style ginormous hair, which literally gives me goosebumps every time I use it. But the only thing I would say that's maybe less fabulous about that thing, which there's not much to say that's not fabulous, because I really do love that thing. Love that stuff. But some of it's too because it's like 100 degrees right now this summer and hot and humid. But I don't feel like my hair holds, you know, that it's great volume. But by the nighttime, you can't really tell that it looked fabulous that morning. However, the Curl Secret that I'm doing right now, I feel like even when I've had the longest day, I'm going to do this one piece again. This was that bugaboo piece. Let's try him again. I actually feel about this thing the Curl Secret, that long day, humid weather, worn slap out, and I climb in bed and I'm like, wait, is my hair still cute? Because it's still cute. Why? What is it about this piece of hair, y'all? This is wacky. Are we overthinking it? Let's just ignore it for a second. Give it a minute. Okay, so this thing actually I feel like does better. And even the next day, I'll wake up and be like, oh, my hair's still cute. It's the darndest thing. So you will not hear me complaining about that. I mean, the other thing that I get frustrated about my hair, which you saw it before I started doing this, is, you know, it's like I've heard it a million times. You have a lot of hair. It's just really fine. I'm like, well, tell that to like the pitiful little flathead. There may be a lot of it, but there's not a lot of it. So I love this because it actually kind of gives me some bod texture and body. And I think, as unnatural as the whole curl chamber thing is, it looks pretty darn natural when it's done. I hope I did this one right. Yeah, I could tell I didn't. So let's, when in doubt, take some out. Right? Okay. I hope this isn't like the most boring video ever, because it takes a while. But it doesn't take that long, considering that your hair is so freaking cute for like 2 days. And it's almost like once you get the curls done, all you do is, like, I put a little bit of beach spray or whatever it's called, salt spray, and maybe a little bit of hairspray, and it's like done. You can't make it look bad if you tried. Famous last words. Okay. Let's keep trucking. I mean, it's the darndest thing. Just pulls it in the air. I think it twists it, and then it wraps it around something. And then it's cute. Just like that. Boom. But, I mean, look how sad this stuff is otherwise. Oh. I knew that was coming. See how it spins it? I think it does, like spin it into one sort of piece and then it curls it. Whatever it does, it's cute. That's all I know. Now, I know a fair amount of people achieve beach waves with a curling iron, which I've never felt like I'm all that good at curling irons. But I also haven't tried a curling iron in a long time. I have a really wide barrel one that occasionally I'll use. But I know that's not really what you would use for this anyway. So I probably need a more updated curling iron to do what beach waves, because I know a fair amount of people use curling irons, like the ones that are kind of graduated, that are wider at the base, to do beach waves, but I don't know how this compares to that. If this takes longer or takes less time or looks better or looks worse, I don't know. I guess that's the other way you get beach waves, or you sleep in something, which, you know, I've tried that. And it has worked. I mean, I'm pretty impressed by this thing. When you look at it, like when I saw a picture of it and then when it arrived, I thought this cannot do anything worthwhile. But I'm pretty darn thrilled over it. See? So cute. Okay, we're almost done. Bear with me. Okay. So, So I now have a list of like my favorite things that I try from on Amazon. It's like my favorite things kind of list. And the link is in my bio on Instagram. So if you're looking specifically for one of the things I've talked about or loved, because you can literally find anything on Instagram, on Amazon. Uh-oh, that's going to turn out cute. But anyway, all the things that I've tried and loved, so you can find exactly what they are on that list. And the link is in my bio. If you click on that, it'll take you there and you can see exactly the ones. The hair tools, the hair product, the makeup, the beauty products, all the crazy things I try and love. If I don't love it, I'm not putting it on there. I can tell you that. Okay, I think it's the last one. Okay. So, we're done. And, I try not do much more than just kind of like brush through with my fingers. Shake it out a little bit. And then sometimes, I know it looks a little bit big hair, but I do feel like it falls out and doesn't look quite so obnoxious here in a minute. And generally my hair, the less I try and mess with it, the better it does. So, okay, so pretty cute, right? I'm going to do some sea salt spray. I don't know if this is really what this stuff is for, but that's never stopped us. So I kind of like that it sort of gets scrunchy with this, sort of separates and gets scrunchy. You know, if it's good enough for mermaids. Is it cute? I can't tell. I think it's kind of cute, right? And then just because it's here, we'll put on some more hairspray. This is that Nexus Comb Through Finishing Mist. Woo! Mama. Okay, so to sum it up, it's pretty good, right? And it seriously is amazing because it'll stay like this. It's usually even cute like for the next day. So that's pretty amazing. So again, this was the Infinity Pro by CONAIR, the Curl Secret. I did it on the 1/4 inch barrel. It comes with 2, and I like the 1/4 inch, and I usually put it on high heat, the 8-second, the lowest amount of time, and then have it on, it rotates right or left or alternates, and I alternate. So anyway, that's one of my favorite recent hair tools, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do, and let me know if you try it, because I'm dying to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for tuning in.